Welcome to Savings with Spenny. I'm Spenny, and today I'll be talking about the differences between banks and credit unions. First, some similarities. Both are financial institutions that offer a wide array of different financial products and services. Whether you need a loan or investment advice or just a simple checking account, both of these types of financial institutions can offer that for you.
Well, deposit yourselves in a seat, because you've earned my interest.
Also, both banks and credit unions are regulated by the government, which means that deposits at each type of financial institution are secured up to a certain amount. However, there are some key differences between credit unions and banks. A credit union's business structure is a cooperative, meaning that the credit union is owned by the people that actually bank with them. So when you go to open up an account with a credit union, generally you have to make a small deposit, maybe $1, $5, into what's known as a membership share. And this membership share allows you to become an owner in the credit union. Generally, credit unions are also more geographically based rather than found all over Canada. So think about this like a credit union is more of your local boutique store versus a bank, which was more of a national department store. Also, credit unions, because they're more geographically based and smaller, are actually regulated by the provincial government, whereas all of the big banks are regulated by the federal government. So what are the pros of each one? Well, because credit unions are the cooperative structure and owned by the people that bank with them, they're generally known for higher levels of customer service than you can find at a bank.
Wow, that's service!
Because they're more local, it's way easier to send them an email or contact them by phone if you have a problem that needs to get sorted out. You can also use any credit union ATM across the country free of charge, even if that credit union ATM isn't specifically for your credit union. And finally, because credit unions often cater more to their members, you can find different types of accounts that you might not necessarily find at a bank. For example, many credit unions offer youth accounts that still offer services free of charge, even if you're not a student up to a certain age. Now, what about the banks? Because they're more national rather than geographic based, you will have no problem finding locations or ATMs for your bank. No matter where you go across the country, you'll be able to take out cash or withdraw or ask a question of your specific bank and your specific account. Also, because banks are larger, you'll generally find that they invest more heavily into the technology and application side rather than credit unions. Banks will often be the first ones to offer new online budget services or a nice user interface or easier to use apps than from a credit union that may be smaller and not invest as much money into those aspects.
Cutting edge technology.
So which one should you choose? I mean, it's really up to you and your individual preference. Nobody says that you only have to have one bank account at one institution or that you have to stick with that institution for your whole life. You can switch whenever you want, and I would recommend going into either the branch or visiting the website. That will really allow you to get a feel for what this bank or credit union offers and whether it matches up with what you're looking for. And remember, again, you are not stuck in with one bank or one credit union for the rest of your life. If you're not happy, you can always switch. So I hope you learned a little bit about the difference between the banks and the credit unions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Savings with Spenny.